Today, we become legends.
After a long hiatus, Smite adventures are finally returning with a bang in the final patch of Season 9, 9.12. Here's everything you need to know about Odin's Onslaught. This adventure is a hybrid of PvE and PvP, where 5 teams of 2 players each fight for the win. It takes place on a huge map that is significantly larger than any of the standard game mode maps, and the main objective to win is to collect 35,000 gold as a team before the other 4 teams can. But how do you get this gold? Well, it's similar to how you get gold in Smite, but with some unique ways of earning it as well. Around the map's 4 unique zones of Alfheim, Jotunheim, Midgard, and Nastrond, you will find various camps. Some are buff camps that drop powerful buffs very similar to their counterparts in normal Smite. The purple buff gives attack speed, the green buff gives increased HP 5, which will be very important in this game mode, more on that in a second. Red buff gives increased power, and yellow buff gives increased protections, not the movement speed like it gives in regular Smite, as that will be extremely strong on such a large map. Jungle buffs will stack with each other in this game mode as well, unlike regular Smite. Other ways of earning gold are killing other players, killing the standard Draugr and Ward Patrol camps, which award less than a buff camp but are great for supplementary gold gain as you roam the map, and of course the big boy objectives of Odin's Onslaught, the Norn and roaming Nidhogger. The Norn grant a medium amount of gold upon being killed, more than a buff camp, and when all 3 are slain, a portal opens to the Nastrond in the underworld where Nidhogger resides. Slaying him grants a large amount of gold and he will drop a scale. These scales can then be picked up and taken to a Valkyrie fountain on the edge of the map to cash in for a huge amount of gold. After Nidhogger has been slain 3 times and 3 scales have been collected, he will retreat to the Nastrond for a final boss fight where the Slayer of Nidhogger will get his skull instead of a scale. Skulls are worth significantly more than scales, but both are a huge chunk of gold equivalent to several buff camp kills or even more. Transporting these trophies to the Valkyrie fountain is risky however, as the player carrying them is silenced and crippled, meaning all they can really do is walk and will require the protection of their teammate for any defensive capabilities while transporting scales and skulls. If an enemy rocks up on you while you're escorting these, you'll have to drop it temporarily to be able to fight. Speaking of the Valkyrie fountains though, these are the respawn points and will give 10 seconds of immunity on spawn or until you leave that fountain, while regenerating your mana but not your health. This is why I mentioned green buff's HP 5 to be very useful. There's no reliable way to gain health back in this mode like a fountain outside of like lifesteal or the built-in healing of your god, plus these little health orbs that lie around the map as well that work very similar to assault orbs but just for health. So the general game flow of this mode consists of spawning in one of the 5 corners of the map. From there, you begin roaming the map, clearing minor camps and buff camps, collecting gold, then prioritizing the big objective of the Norns to open the portal to Nidhogger, since that's a big chunk of the economy available on the map. There are, of course, 4 other teams trying to do that same thing though, and fighting other players will be a core aspect of this mode, especially when trying to take key objectives or escort trophies to the Valkyrie fountains. With the nature of there being 5 teams instead of just 2 like in normal Smite, there will be absolute chaos in these PvP encounters, since you might engage a team just to get third party by another team who gets fourth party by yet another. Due to the nature of the mode being so drastically different from a normal Smite game, there are a certain few items and gods that are banned. Mostly these are gods that would just break the fundamentals of the game mode, like Hand of the Gods, Protector of the Jungle, Janus and Cleaner for the wall stuff, etc. But here's a full list of banned gods and items. But that's the new adventure. Looks super cool, and the idea of 5 different teams roaming this gigantic map and encountering each other at various major objective points sounds really fun. But what do you guys think of this new mode? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you nerds.